We got a big matchup for a nightcap on Saturday night, 10:30 Eastern on Fox Sports 1. San Jose State taking on San Diego State. Maybe a few weeks ago, I would say this is not a game to watch, but San Diego
Right.
State, the Aztecs, have really started to turn things around. And now San Jose State is one game away from taking the lead in their division in the Mountain West, and the Aztecs are right behind them. This is going to be a great matchup. Welcome to SlasherU. Welcome to the preview show. I'm Christian Rao here with my co-host Steve. And Steve, this is going to be a game that I believe is going to change a big aspect of the Mountain West, maybe for the foreseeable future.
Oh, absolutely. There's been a lot of reports out there that there is serious negotiations between the Pac-12 and San Diego State. That certainly makes a lot of sense on so many levels. I mean, San Diego State, in essence, would own the Southern California Pac-12 network market, if you will. They would be able to dominate there. They'd be able to perhaps bring other teams over from the Mountain West or other conferences. Who doesn't want to go to San Diego to play a game?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a road game. It's like going to Hawaii for a road game. You don't care. It's just a perfect location. And San Diego State has turned it around. I mean, they're much younger than they have been in previous seasons. But, that young talent and the people that have transferred in there to San Diego State, they've really come into their own. And we always use the word gelling. They've gelled with each game. Even in games they lost, they've gotten better every single week. So San Jose State, I know, is not going to take them for granted. This is kind of new territory for San Jose State. They're not as used to playing meaningful games in November as other Mountain West teams are, and certainly like San Diego State is. So yeah. I think the team itself is like super excited about being able to have meaningful games. And they know that San Diego State, in essence, has sort of dominated this rivalry, this conference rivalry. So there's a lot on the line for San Jose State. I mean, I like them. I mean, Fresno State's a tough team, but I really like San Jose State and what they've done. This is another team that has just gotten better week in, week out. I'm curious to see how it plays out on the field.
I like what San Jose State has done well as well, with really their only loss in the last few games to Fresno State, and it was a close 17-10 loss there. I mean, they're 6-2 on the year. San Diego State on the other side, though, we've seen some ups and downs from them. We've seen a close game against Hawaii, if you will, and you know that team has been a struggle this year. They're really trying to find their culture and that really their calling, which they will find it. I'm sure of it. But San Diego State, what I'm really impressed on is Jalen Mayton. I think that's his last name.
Yes.
Yeah, Maiden, Jalen Maiden. Sorry. Yeah, the transfer from Mississippi State. I think this is his second year for the Aztecs now. He really took control in that last game against UNLV. That was a good game to watch. They just snuck by UNLV. UNLV is one of those teams I think that is better than their record shows. I think we've seen that all the way since week 0. San Diego State, I am really impressed at what they've done. I mean, Jesse Matthews has done great as well as a receiver on the receiving side, I should say. I think this game is going to be a lot closer than some people are going to give credit for. Vegas seems to think so as well. Only a 2.5 point favorite for San Jose State. I like that kind of line. I think that's a line that this is exactly what this game is speaking of. I think San Diego State can cover that. I think it'll be that close. I can see San Diego State winning this football game, and I don't see it getting too out of control either. I think San Jose State has the opportunity to win this game straight out as well. But I don't see it being one of those runaway games. This is going to be a very good game to watch. I'm not betting on this one at all because I can see this one go either way. I'm not even touching the over-under because we've seen both these teams go up and down all year, especially San Diego State. However, I am very interested to see what happens. If San Jose State wins this game, they're in the lead in their division on the side of the Mountain West. And if not, if we get a win from San Diego State, we got a lot more to talk about for the next few weeks because it becomes a 3-way tie. So a lot of cool things to talk about.
Yeah. And it's going to be an exciting, fun game to watch because both sides have dual threat quarterbacks. Shavon Cordero for San Jose State, he may very well want to put his foot on the throttle early.
Yeah.
Get San Diego State back on its heels a little bit. He can run it. He can throw it. I think if he can throw effectively early, that's going to open up the running game in general. And then give you an idea, Maiden has not been the quarterback all season. I think this is his third game now that he is the starter. And you have to remember, if you watch the San Diego State game against Toledo, he was out there as a safety for 65 snaps. So this is the kind of athlete that you have on both sides. So there's a lot on the line. I think it's going to be a very emotional game. I wonder if turnovers early, because everybody's so riled up for this, could play a factor. But it's going to be a fun game. If for some reason you can't stay up late, DVR it or mark it where you can go back and watch it the next day. It's going to be worth your time to watch this game, not in condensed version, but watch it from start to finish. I'm going with San Jose State as well. And I actually think that scenario with Cordero coming out early may happen. So I'm actually going to give points, and I might even go with the over on this game.
All right. I am actually going to lean the other way, and I think San Diego State finds a way to win. They're 4-1 at home so far this season, and San Jose State is only 1-2 on the road. So give me San Diego State to finally upset, if you will, and make the West Division in the Mountain West a lot more interesting.